Welcome, Pagan crafters. In today's video, we're looking into the forest for inspiration to create a witchy mushroom hat. I'll show you how to sculpt mushrooms and add enchanting details that bring this hat to life. Earthy, whimsical, and dripping with forest magic. It's a craft that transforms a simple hat into a woodland treasure. Perfect for rituals, costumes, or just channeling your inner forest witch. So gather your supplies and let's step into the woods together and sculpt some magic. All right, so starting off with a beige witch's hat. I did find this off of Temu. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them at witches markets and fairs as well. I'm going to be bringing some lights into my project here. So using the one that is wire, not coated in plastic, so I can manipulate it more. And what I've done here is I've doubled up the wire. I figured it would give me a little more coverage on the spaces I need to go. I didn't quite plan this out in the beginning. I knew this wanted to spiral from the top, maybe mount it on the back, add some moss to cover it up, but just kind of winging it and seeing what I can work with here. I am using hot glue onto the fabric and it does work very well and very quick, which is cool. Sometimes you do got to wiggle it in the fabric just a little bit so it adheres a little bit more. We're going to be covering this up with moss, so I'm going to be hiding all the wire, but punching out the lights. This should look pretty neat. Now on the side, I was going for, I'm going to be adding some polypores. So I didn't do a perfect twist around. I kind of did a little design on the back. And now as I'm wiggling this around, I find that I needed to get some of the lights a little bit closer together, so I just squeezed more of the wire and twisted that up. And I find that worked around the hat pretty nicely that way. Again, using some hot glue, using it all the way around. Again, the hot glue is going to be hidden by moss and mushrooms. And here's what it looks like after I'm done. So I just did a line of hot glue to hide the wire in the back, and I want it mounting it underneath. And that way I can turn my little light on and off. Hopping into the last of my foam clay. You and I have used this for probably a year and a half. This is the last of it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make some polypores. Now what these little polypores are going to be made out of, you just want to make yourself a little pierogi. You want to squish this out, make yourself into a little bit ball and fold over. And then I tend to like squeeze the tips. It creates some ridges. And you could use a back of a little knife, a back of any type of metal tool that's a little bit sharper, and add some ridges along the way, cutting into them here. I'm using my fingers as a guideline so it doesn't go too deep. Now I find with foam clay, one side as it sits to dry or cure, one side gets kind of flat, so you lose a lot of detail in it. But you can bring it back with some little Dremel tools, some little ridges, stuff like that. You can Dremel this up, but I would wait about 4 days for it to cure before using your Dremel tool. Now here's some that is dried over 24 hours. One side's a little flatter than the other, but this side has a lot of cool ridges. And they are so light. And then boom, this is what it looks like when I have them all on the hat. I've created a spiral coming all the way around to the tip of the hat with my polypores. Now, what I've done is I'm going to add a little cream texture going into that first, just around the edges. Now, I could have painted these all first. Yes, I could have, but I didn't know if I was going to use them all or not, and I pretty much did. So I guess I could have painted them all first, but it would have taken more time because I had to let them dry out because I'm painting both top and bottom, so it'll look super sharp. A little bit more realistic effect. You know, little people are looking up or something. I have children looking up at me, looking at the hat. Gotta have it looking good. Bringing in some burnt orange, some nice pumpkin orange right over top of the beige color. And really, it's quite simple to paint. I find just simply overlapping it. And if you do only a few at a time, and then when you bring in the purple over top of the orange, it'll actually give a nice little blending look. But I wanted a little bit more distinction between the colors, so I painted all the beige, let it dry, all the orange, let it dry, and this is what the purple looks like together. I did this effect when I did my fairy core mirror. I painted my polypores the same color scheme. I love it. Now we're going to make some little bitty mushrooms using the back of one of my paint brushes. While I find the paints drying on my polypores, let's work with some polymer clay. So just working the ends a little bit here. And these ones we're going to be throwing in the oven afterwards. And we'll find some homes for them too. Let's turn on my lights because I like having the look of the lights on there. Okay, so we got to hide these wires. And I want to bring out the light still. So I have some reindeer moss. The fresher the better, because I find this stuff stays pretty moist pretty long, I find, but it is easier to work with when it is a little fresher. It's not so dried out. And then I find it easier to manipulate and squeeze in between the mushrooms. Simple hot glue, bringing it on, working the little edges, and I find a little skewer or something to push it in between the cracks so you don't burn. Now, I do have my little pink silicone thimbles to help squish it in, but even my little pencil here works great. That's good. I have my protection on my finger that I use my other fingers to squeeze it in. Good job, Kara. But I just trim it off and gluing it along, and it's just as simple as that and so much fun. I found this project didn't take very long. Maybe the painting took a little bit longer in this, and I have a second part of this hat that I did underestimate the time, but I made it work. So if you stick with me to the end, you'll see what I did on the other side of the hat here. It just needed something. It seemed I was going to draw a line of the moss around, kind of like a ribbon. It just seemed a little bit empty on one side. So I decided to keep going. Have my polypores. I decided to make some little bitty mushrooms, painted them all red, add some nice little white spots, and we're going to make a little fairy ring here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue them down to the fabric on the hat first, so they're really stuck down really well. Because if you just glue them on after you put the moss down, they may not stand up as well. Giving them a little squish down so the glue, it gets deep into the fabric and holds them a little bit tighter for you. Now, after you've finished your fairy ring, if you can get your mushrooms to stand up, some of them are a little fighting me on here, but there we go. So next we're going to do is I'm going to be adding some moss all the way around the edges, but I don't want it fluffy like the other one. I want to make it look like kind of like an open forester. I got a little cauldron here thinking about it, may or may not put it in the center. I've taken 2 colors of moss, one very, very bright green and some reindeer moss. And I just zipped it up in my herb blender, or you can just sit with scissors and cut them up, or you can order the grass for dioramas. You can do that too, but I thought the moss, the color was matched pretty well, so I worked with that. Hanging in some deep thickness of some Mod Podge. You want this makeshift grass that you've made to adhere the fabric really well. So I'm putting on a very polite amount of glue on this one. And then we're going to sprinkle our grass on top of that. And we're going to let that dry. And when I've done this before on wood or other dioramas, it was like next day it was hard. Whew. This, because of the fabric and because I use a spray bottle with glue and water, about 1 part glue and about 10 parts water. And I make this grass super hard. And I do this on all my dioramas that I make, and it works out so cool. But this is the first time I've had a fabric bottom. So it was about 4 days for it to cure. About 5 days till I really felt I could go ahead and continue working on it. It was definitely harder to work on, and I'm glad I waited. So just covering it all with your makeshift glue and water mixture. And just let that dry as long as you can. Adding a little bit more moss around the perimeter of our little grassland there. Hiding some of the other glue that was left behind. And then just as you go along, you may see like I just want to add a little bit more. And just go ahead and have some fun. And again, bringing some around the edging. And when this dries, it'll be a lighter coat too. I did have to put some paper towel underneath because it was soaking wet. But the end result will be cool. I did wind up having to change the paper towel a few times. I had a little bee here while I was waiting for everything to dry. I wound up adding a little skull in the center of the fairy ring. Boop, 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 boop. He's just happy to be there. So the hat is now cured. I have a bunch of little mushrooms I've made while I've waited these few days for this to cure. So I've added some more here, and we're going to add some to our little fairy path around here. I had these little brown mushrooms that I made in another project that I didn't use that I thought would be great for this. Just use a beige bottom, some brown tops, little curlicue bottoms. I think we're going to do a couple clusters of those along the way. Then we're going to hot glue those ones in as well. One for along the back of the mushroom and then along the tip. And I need something in behind this mushroom to hold it. 1 second here. There we go. Something to stick it to. That works out nicely. And I'm just layering up the little mushrooms and working them as I go, doing odd numbered clusters. And surprisingly, this hat is not that heavy. It's a little bit one-sided heavy where I did all the grass, but with all the polypores using the foam clay, it's so light. You don't feel them. They're not floppy. They're not heavy. They're not falling off. When I glued them on, they stayed on really well. Very easy to paint on the hat. Very easy to work with. Now with these polymer clay mushrooms, they too are also incredibly light. The only thing that created the weight was pretty much the grass. And one more to go. Oh, it's so cute. And just hiding all my glue in the bottom with a little bit of more moss. No one's the wiser. A little bit here. A little bit there. No one can tell. Now let's add some bigger mushrooms. Now these ones are a little bit larger than I did around the fairy ring. And I kept the stems a lot longer because I knew I was going to be squishing them into the moss. So the stems will look shorter once they're in, but it'll help me be able to get it all the way to the bottom as best I can. And I always make extra mushrooms, so you don't have to use them. I'm not going to use them all, but I like to have a little extra because nothing like running out when you're middle of inspiration, your creative thought process. So I will use these for some other craft project for sure. I want to make a fairy portal diorama. That probably will need some mushrooms there too. Everything will have mushrooms. Pretty much everything on my channel has mushrooms somewhere along the way. I'm okay with that. But coming to an end here, we're just having some fun. Laying in some extra mushrooms around the edging. A little bit around the grass. And now, the reveal. Enjoying my little death fairy ring on the brim of my hat with my little brown mushroom cluster, the purple and orange and beige polypores with the little moss highlights, little baby mushrooms everywhere, adorned with lights. I'm so stoked on how this project turned out. It turned out better than I hoped for. And I really like the addition of the fairy ring. It just gave a little bit of balance to the one side of the polypores. One little mushroom there just poking out. Well, thanks so very much for hanging out with me today. And as always, it is such a pleasure to hang out with you.